Static and Anansi, team up, one shot, issue 1. So we start off with this dude right here, right? He go outside and shit. He see this damn blood. What the fuck is this? Then these motherfucking damn bees just start coming. He like, oh shit, blah, blah, blah. That's when Anansi pulls up and he stops their ass with his magic. He letting us know that these some damn dreams that's feasting on flesh and shit. And he tell their ass, you in the wrong place, and send their ass back to where they came from. So bro like, what the fuck? How the fuck you do that shit? He's like, man, call me Anansi, bro. That's what my name is. He was like, are you magic, bro? He's like, yeah, man. Magic is a story told to reorder the world. And stories began in the motherland of all humanity, do they not? Stories were born here, so were you and I. And if I am magic, then the guardian of the land like you must be magic as well, where the stories of our brother and sister exist. Then he dip off on his little webs that he can make in the air. So we go to Dakota City on Juneteenth. This story takes place between season 1 of Static and Static Shadows of Dakota that's going on right now. So of course they there celebrating and shit, and then they go see this picture, right, of Benjamin Benneker, and they was talking about his great achievement. Now his great achievement, you find out in Icon versus Hardware. It's basically a time machine, which Hardware uses to go back in time to try to stop slavery, which he did. Anyway, Static get a ping on his phone from his friend about the bang babies. They got this like way that they could track bang babies and shit, and this is his friend at the bottom, that devilish looking dude. He got phasing powers. The only time they don't work is when he's tired or stressed out. So he's worried about him. He thinks somebody gonna go snatch him up. So he go there, and that's when he hear, help! Anansi there trying to fight these damn people off. Static like, who the fuck is these motherfuckers? Static instantly get the help out. Get off my friend! Anansi said, these fiends may cloak themselves in the stars, but the laws and the nature reject them. One of the motherfucking people like, the unseen needs this one returned to him. The star chamber requires sacrifice for the unseen. Static try to get in there. He's like, Devontae, hold on. Anansi like, hold on, Static, no. He picked Static up. He said, I apologize for handling you so roughly, young brother. But when evil men call for sacrifice, innocents are always at risk. Is that all that's left of these jerks in robe? Indeed, they gave their lives to fold time and space so their associate could escape with your friend. Hold up, you yelled my name, and you know about the messed up teleport sacrifice. Who are you? Some new bang baby? I am not one of your brood, but you can call me Anansi. I watched a video about some folk tales with Anansi back in elementary school. Aren't you supposed to be a Spider-Man? I am what I need to be, and now, after recent events, it seemed that I need to be in Dakota. Oh man, please tell me you're not gonna be all weird, creepy, and evil. I perceive the ethereal web of stories. They surround every living thing and weave perception and reality together. The tales told of you and your ilk. Tell me, you all have the potential to rewrite the world in another time. You might have been called gods, but even gods have enemies, such as the growing shadows I sense around these men. Static like, never thought I'd hang with a wizard from a tabletop campaign. That's when Anansi picked dude up. He's like, this man and his followers have stolen your friend and others to use their power for nefarious ends. Bro, like, you will never find out anything about us unworthy ones. The more secrets you hide, the greater my power. Static like, what are you doing? I won't let you hurt him. Shh. As I said, I tap into the stories that surround us all. What this fiend hides from this world, will get revealed. We call ourselves the Star Chamber. Our work calls out of forbidding arts to make humanity into beings worthy of the cosmos' divine darkness. Whose goals are these? And who do you serve? I can't. No, the unseen. The unseen. Static was like, he out cold. My abilities only compelled him to talk. His masters must have indulged in their servants to prevent their being revealed. My bad, ensorcelled. It's like, bro, zapping them ain't gonna wake him up either. What the fuck we gonna do? Hold on. What the fuck is this shit right here? The chamber guys were holding on to these weird crystal things before they would disintegrate. Static was like, no damn tech, no electromagnetic powers, and AP engineering ain't finna help me here. That's when fucking Anansi is like, my talent should let us follow this totem strand of story and see where they might lead. That's when it was like, he grabbed his hand and he's like, give me your hand, Static. We can connect the story of you or your friend Devontae to this totem. Static like, this night keep getting weirder and weirder. That's when he found him. He's like, there, he alive. We need to track him down. Fear not. The ancestral pathways will take us where the story continues. Static like, what the fuck? Poof. So they get to Africa, bruh, and he was like, hold on, the electricity in the air felt different. Are we in Africa? He said, Bruce Island to be exact. So they leave, right? And he's like, the story strands lead this way. Let us take this to the skies. Static was like, hold on, man, why the fuck did they even bring Devontae here in the first place? He said, the sins committed in such places created generational grief for millions and potential fuel for necromancy. And that's why you protect our stories, huh? To make sure they don't get much misused. That's heavy. That's when he's stalking. He like, bruh, I got shook by all this static shit. He's like, I ain't been at this for a while, man. This shit is just way out my depth. He said, you already shown much bravery for such a young static. That's when he show him his history and shit, right? To let him know, like, you gonna be a good ass hero. Just chill out. Let it, you know, your story play out. That's when Static felt the energy in the air, and he was like, all right, let's go. And he meet up with these motherfuckers. They was trying to fuse motherfuckers with demons. Or to be exact, he says, my name is Nathan Flack, an amateur alchemist. And like all of you, I've sought to bridge the quantum divide separating science and magic. Then I glimpsed the impossible, vast cosmic consciousness, watched our every move. I was reborn as Dr. Nemo. He said since then he made humanity ready to reckon with the terrors beyond the strand at Precipice. He basically tried to give motherfuckers powers. He did the damn ritual, and that's when these motherfuckers came through. And Static said that Dr. Demo dude must be trying to use Devontae's phasing powers to amplify the Star Chamber totems. Anansi said there are creatures of legend. They cannot be allowed to roam free in our world. Asibo the leopard, Anoni the snake, won't be controlled by men such as these. These things are too big. My blast aren't even having an effect. Yeah, back kitty. Y'all ain't teleporting anywhere or manifesting any more beasts tonight. If these weird crystal totem things called you here, then they can probably send you back. Fuck his ass up. Nemo, the one the others called the unseen. Ah, the trickster grill monster. We've heard of you, Anansi, and we're ready. What? Nathan says, I experimented on myself over the years, and as a result, no one can perceive me. And if I don't want them to, not even you. We've got something to shook your senses too. Let's see if we can cast spells now. Fucks his ass up, he can't do spells now. Too hard to wield your world warping worlds in all this chaos. Hey, trickster. Can't sense the stories. Static. I got you, spider guy. Finally some technology I can handle. This spider is still too weak enough for me to squash. Motherfucking snake come grab his ass. I am the unseen. Unhand me, bubbies. Static. Here. Through the damn star crystal. Static grab that bitch throwing in that motherfucking mouth. Boom. Kaiju Zoo is officially closed, folks. You ready to end this thing, Anansi? Indeed, I am. Let us do it. Together. So he lets him know that the experiments there was worse than he ever seen. He was happy that he had static help. Then he lets him know that it's a growing darkness growing where he first met him, which is in Dakota City, and be ready for it, which everybody know what's going on in the current shit. And that's the end of that.